guys, it's Shivangi. Welcome back to our channel. The festive series is finally over and so is Diwali. I really hope that you had an amazing Diwali, guys. We had an awesome Diwali and a vlog on it will come out soon. Anyway, happy belated Diwali to you again. I truly hope that you had an amazing time with your family and friends. Today's video is all about makeup brushes. It's a highly requested video. A lot of you keep asking me about the brushes that I use and the brush recommendations that I have. So I'm going to show you almost all the brushes that I have. I'll also tell you the ones which are must-have for beginners and the ones which are optional. Now I cannot promise you that I'll put up all the links of all the brushes which I'm going to show you today. I'm going to try, but still the list of the brushes will definitely be there in the description box. So definitely check it out. Now without further ado, let's begin. I'm letting you know in advance that my brushes are not clean. I used them today and I was supposed to clean them before recording this video, but I'm really sorry, I completely forgot. Anyway, starting off with foundation brushes, I've got two foundation brushes. These are the two foundation brushes that I have. This one is from Proarte. It is their AF03 brush, and this is a stippling brush from PAC Cosmetics. It is PAC 257 brush. To be very honest, foundation brushes I believe are optional because even a beauty blender works really well to apply your foundation. But these are convenient to use if you're looking to, do your makeup on the go or if you are always short on time. Why I say these brushes are optional is because they don't work with all foundations. At least in my personal experience, foundations which have a thinner consistency, some of those L'Oreal foundations, L'Oreal True Match if I'm not wrong, and Faces foundation for that matter. Any foundation which has a thinner consistency, the brush won't work with it. It leaves streaks on the skin. 80% of foundations that I have, these brushes do work really well with them, but yeah, if you're somebody who use really light foundations or foundations with thinner consistency or a BB cream for that matter, these brushes are not going to work with that. But they are really good brushes otherwise. If you are using your regular foundations, they work really well and they give a clean finish. Moving on to concealer brush, I use PAC 219 concealer brush. I'm pretty sure you guys know about it because I use this brush in every tutorial. It is an amazing concealer brush, guys. I have not even considered getting another concealer brush because this one works so well. I love this brush. It is a great brush for beginners and professionals alike, and it just works really well. You can literally go to any of my recent tutorials to see this brush in action. It is an amazing brush. Highly recommend that you get this. Alright, now moving on to contouring brush. I use PAC 305 brush. So this one is an angular brush and it is great to contour your cheekbones, your jawline, and that is only if you are into contouring. I know there are a lot of beginners who do not contour as such or use bronzers, but if you do, then you can get this brush. The quality is amazing and it works really well. Moving on to the brushes that I use to highlight my face. These are the three brushes which I use to highlight my face. This one is from PAC, it's PAC 245 brush. The black one, this one is from Proarte, it's AF05 brush, and this one is from Wet n Wild. Now all these brushes are great, guys. You can actually pick any of them, but I'll tell you something about Proarte brushes. They do shed, especially when you're washing them, and sometimes even while you're just using them, you'll see a strand or two will just randomly come out. Quality wise, the PAC one is of course the best. These brushes are an investment, to be very honest, because they do last long, and I own a lot of PAC brushes. I've bought a lot of PAC brushes since I started beauty vlogging. So it's completely up to you and your budget. Proarte one is great too, but I don't think so it is going to last very long, at least not as much as the PAC one will last you. Wet n Wild one is great as well, but if you want to build your highlighter more and blend it properly, then you should go for the bigger ones. Any of these three brushes will work great for a beginner as well and advanced level makeup enthusiast as well. Alright, now moving on to blush brush. These are the two blush brushes that I use. The black one is from Proarte, it's their PF12 brush, and the second one is again from Wet n Wild. It's Wet n Wild P70 brush. Again, both these brushes work really well. The Proarte one does shed, as I told you about the highlighter brush as well. These brushes do shed when you wash them or randomly while using it sometimes. And the Wet n Wild brush is one of my favorites. Actually, this works really well, guys. It's a great brush. I washed it a lot of times and it has not shed. So depending on your budget, you can actually get either of the two brushes. Lastly, I'm going to show you the powder brush which I use. This is the powder brush, guys. This one I actually got from Shein. I bought a Wet n Wild brush set dupe from Shein long ago when it was there, and it is unfortunately not available anywhere else. But I'm pretty sure since this was a dupe of Wet n Wild brush set, this powder brush might be available in Wet n Wild. I'll check on Amazon and try to find a link if I can. But yeah, this is the powder brush which I use, guys, and this is the only powder brush which I have really. Again, I would say a powder brush is optional. You can really use a powder puff to apply your powder. That is also going to work well. So it is totally up to you if you want to get this or not. And finally, I have this face brush from Huda Beauty. It's called Bake and Blend. Again, this brush is optional. You don't have to get it. This curved side of the brush works really well to bake your under eyes, and if at all you're baking your makeup, it does work really well. But then again, you can use a fluffy highlighter brush to do the same thing. Now, the other side of the brush is supposed to be for contouring, but it is too small, so I don't use this side much. I'm just showing it to you because I might use it in some tutorials to bake the area around my eyes and stuff, but you don't have to get it. You can just use this fluffy highlighter brush to do the same thing. Now, moving on to eye makeup brushes. I own a lot of eye makeup brushes, guys, but I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible for you. First, I'm going to tell you which one not to get. So this brush set or any brush set which looks like this does not work, guys. I bought it long ago when I was not even beauty vlogging or anything. Out of all the brushes that you see, I actually only use these two. The foundation brush I use to apply my masks and stuff. The quality is not good at all and they don't work. I've tried to make them work, but they don't work. So yeah, please don't get those. If at all you want to get a brush set from Amazon, then you can get the DU Care eye makeup brush set. I have not tried any other brush set from DU Care except the eye makeup brush set, and this is a great beginner's eye makeup brush set, guys. You get 6 brushes. I unfortunately could only find 5 of them because all my brushes are jumbled up and I actually bought it long ago. I'll still show you the 5 brushes that I could find. So this is the brush which I don't use much because it is really big, but you can still use it to blend your brow bone. Then this is the brush which works great to cut your crease. It's a really good cut crease brush. Then this is a fluffy brush. It's a small fluffy brush, but still for a beginner it does work well. Then you have an eyebrow brush which comes with a spoolie, again a great brush. And then you have this eyeshadow brush, and this also works really well. I've washed them a lot as well. They don't shed. The quality is great, and for the price it is absolutely worth it. If you're just starting out in makeup or if you want an absolute basic brush set, then you can definitely go for this one. Apart from this brush set, I've got 3 brush sets from Morphe, and then I have a ColourPop brush set, and I also have a pack brush set which they recently sent me. I think it was launched just now. So I've not tried those brushes yet, but knowing pack, the quality looks amazing. So I'll first show you the pack one which recently got launched. This is not sponsored in any way, guys. They just sent it to me and I'm just showing it to you. You know, they're still in the plastic box. I've not tried them yet, but they do look amazing. This is their Eye Squad brush set, and it comes in this rose gold packaging, which is really handy and nice when you're traveling. It comes with 15 brushes. This is their limited edition launch. So these are the 15 brushes that you get, and they are all eye makeup brushes. The quality of this brush set does look amazing, but I am of course going to try it out and then tell you my final review about it. So yeah, of course, this is also one of the brush sets that you can consider buying. Pack PAC in general have really awesome brushes, guys. The other brush sets I'll show you later. I actually wanted to show you the ones which are available in India first. So now I'm going to move on to separate brushes which you can get as a beginner or as a professional. Starting off with the fluffy brushes which you use on your crease to apply your transition shade, or you use on your crease to clean it up. Out of all the blending brushes, these are the two brushes which I would recommend for a beginner. This is PAC 391 brush and this is Proarte PE23 brush. The PAC one is slightly fluffier than the Proarte brush, but both these brushes work really well to blend your crease, to apply the transition shades on your crease, and they're just really good fluffy blending brushes. Now coming to the other brushes, I've got two from Sigma, again one from Proarte, and this is from NYX. NYX one is okay, like I'm not the biggest fan of it, I don't reach out for it often. Now this Proarte one, this is Proarte PE20 brush. It's a good brush as well, it is really fluffy, but it's a really big fluffy brush, so I only use it to do the cleanup work and I don't use it for anything else. So that's why I don't exactly recommend this brush. Then I've got these two brushes from Sigma. The bigger one is their Tapered blending brush and the smaller one is their Diffused crease brush. Super expensive brushes, really great quality, and you really can't go wrong with them, but if you have that kind of budget then you can go for Sigma. Otherwise the PAC one and the Proarte one which I showed you work equally well. Now moving on to smaller blending brushes which are used in the inner and outer corner of your eyes, and I've got two brushes, both are from PAC. This is PAC 229 brush and this is PAC 226 brush. PAC 229 brush is one of my most used brushes, guys. This is the only brush from PAC which I use this much, and this is also the only brush from PAC which sheds a bit. Not always, but sometimes it does shed, but it's a great brush, guys. I think out of these two I really like this one a lot. It picks up the pigment really well, it blends those corners beautifully, and it's just a great overall smaller blending brush. PAC 226 brush is great as well. I actually wanted to buy a substitute of this brush, so that's why I thought that I'll pick this one up, but it does not work as well as 229. It's still great, but it does not pick up as much pigment as the 229 brush. Now these two brushes are optional for a beginner. If you are not too much into, you know, different eye makeup looks, then you don't need them. You will be just okay with a blending brush and an eyeshadow brush, which I'll show you. But yeah, these are optional brushes. If you really like doing different kinds of eye makeup, then only go for them. Moving on to the eyeshadow brushes, I've got PAC 310 brush and Sigma E55 brush. I've got more eyeshadow brushes, but these are the ones that I reach out for the most. One of these brushes you should get as a beginner because you will need an eyeshadow brush. If you get the DU Care brush set, then you don't need them. But if you're not planning to get that set, then you can pick any of these two. Now I'm going to show you the eyeliner brushes and the angular brushes which I use. I've got all these brushes for the same. This is from that Amazon brush set, and don't get that brush set because it is pointless to just buy it for this one brush or two brushes that I use. Now this one is a Vega angular brush. It is great to apply your eyeshadow as an eyeliner. I also use this brush for smoky eyes. If you want to create a really neat smoky eye, you can actually get this Vega brush. And out of all these eyeliner brushes, the ones which I would recommend are two brushes. They both are from PAC. The black one is PAC 123 brush and the other one is PAC 121 brush. These are really good eyeliner brushes, guys, especially this angular one. It's PAC 121 brush. It is great to create a sharp wing with a gel liner. And even the other one, the PAC 123 brush, it has also got a fine tip and it is also hassle-free and really easy to use. The other ones that I've got, there's one more from PAC, but it is really hard, so that's why I don't use it much. And there are two other angular brushes from Proarte, and I don't reach out for them as much, guys. These are also good brushes, but I'm only going to tell you about the brushes which I reach out for the most. Now I'm going to show you two brushes which I use to highlight my brow bone and the innermost corner of my eye. This is PAC 201 brush. This is the brush which I mostly use to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and it is great. This brush can also double up as a smudger. Like if you want to smudge the kajal under your lash line or something, it can work really well for that as well. But I keep it specifically to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and it is up to you. If you do highlight the inner corners of your eyes, then you can get it. I wouldn't say it is like a must-have brush in your kit, but again, if you're really into eye makeup, then you would need a brush like this. This is Proarte PE29 brush, which I use to highlight my brow bone. This is an optional brush. It is slightly bigger than the pack one. You can use the pack one as well to highlight your brow bone, but you can't use this one to highlight the inner corners. The pack one can also work as a, you know, eyebrow highlighter brush, but it does take a little extra time because it's really small. So it's up to you guys. If you want, you can get these two brushes. If not, then you can just get the pack one. Next, this is the lip brush which I use. This is actually, I bought it from a store. It's from this company called Urban Choice. So I don't know what company this is, but it works well as a lip brush. The other lip brush which I've used is from Vega. It's this tiny silver lip brush, and you can really get that if you don't find this one. I rarely use lip brushes, though I should, because it really helps in precise application of the lipstick, but I'm always in such a hurry that I just apply my lipstick or liquid lipstick just like that. However, I do use this lip brush sometimes on my eyelids for certain eye makeup looks, but apart from that, I rarely use it on my lips, so it's completely optional. It's up to you if you want to get it or not. Lastly, I'm going to recommend you a brush from Proarte for cut creases. That is, if you're into cut creases. It's this brush, guys. It's Proarte PF01 brush. It's an amazing cut crease brush, guys. It gives you a really sharp cut crease and it is very easy to use. If you are into cut creases, then you can consider getting this one. Alright, so now I've shown you all the brushes which I reach out for the most. Apart from those brushes, I've also got these brushes. Some are from Morphe, some are from Sigma, Proarte. You know, I use a mix of brushes, guys. I'm not going to show you each and every brush because this video is not going to end. But honestly, the ones that I talked about are the ones that I reach out for the most. Now coming to the brush sets, this is one of the brush sets which I recently got. It's from Huda Beauty. It's a Mercury Retrograde brush set. It is a great brush set, but it's incomplete. Like, you just get 3 brushes, so there's not much that you can do with it. It's a very pretty brush though. It's holographic and it looks nice, but there's only limited things that you can do with it. The ColourPop one which I got recently is this brush roll from ColourPop, and this is how it looks like. It's a big brush roll. I'm so sorry. I've not really used all the brushes from this brush set. I've just used 2 actually. But these are some really nice brushes, guys. They are so soft and so nice. This was worth every penny. Second, I've got this smaller Morphe James Charles brush set, and it comes with all these brushes, all these eye makeup brushes actually. So these are all the brushes that you get in this brush set, and it's an amazing brush set, guys. I'm actually planning to invest in the bigger version of this brush set because these brushes are really nice. Lastly, I also bought 2 brush sets from Morphe long time ago. They came in these 2 pouches. This was called the Eye Credible brush set and this was called the Eye Slay brush set. I'm not sure if these exact ones are available in Morphe now because I bought them long ago, and the brushes are also all scattered. I really could not segregate them. I'm really sorry, guys. I tried, but because I've got separate Morphe brushes as well, I could not segregate the sets. But if you can get the mini James Charles brush set or any eye brush set from Morphe, then you don't need to look any further. Morphe brushes are of amazing quality and I absolutely love them. And with that, we've come to an end of this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. I know this was a long one, but I had so many brushes to show you. I truly hope that this video was helpful to you in some way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're not following me on Instagram, then ensure that you do. There is a giveaway happening on our channel and on Instagram as well. So you can check out my handle and see all the details. I'll leave all the links in the pinned comment of the comment section below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, then please subscribe to our channels. We've got 3 channels, Hindi, English and Bengali, and your support would mean the world to us, guys. We love you, and if you like our content, then please don't forget to subscribe. On that note, I'm going to sign off for now. Take care of yourself and stay safe. I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Mwah.